All right, hey guys, Casey, Truth Out Loud Ministries, Church of the Truth Out Loud, and I'm just reporting to you currently right now at the church building. As you can see, I'm sitting on the stage. You can see the backdrop behind me, and people have been asking, "How's the church coming? How's the church coming?" And I've been meaning to do an update video for some time. And so I thought, well, you know what? Let's just do that right now. It wasn't the ideal timing that I wanted to do this. Had hoped to be a little more advanced in the project, but I had to tell you that, as you can tell, I'm in my coat and my gloves, and it's cold in here. And that's because it was 2 weeks ago. This Wednesday, today's Monday. It was 2 weeks ago this Wednesday that I came in here to do some work, and the furnace had gone out on me. Turns out it was the blower motor. I've taken it apart. I've finally located the part, and it's looking like it's about $265 for the furnace part. When we discovered that, when I realized that the furnace was broken down, I knew that we didn't have the funds to buy the part in that moment. Definitely didn't have funds to call a furnace repairman. So I pulled all our paint off of the project, and I winterized the building. I put some RV antifreeze in the toilet and the drain lines, drained the water out of everything the best I could, and just kind of set things up in a winterized type condition. And so I want to give you the process of everything up until this point. Today is, I believe, the 27th of January, and we closed on December 2nd. So it hasn't been quite 2 months. In about one more week, it'll be 2 months. And so when we closed on the 2nd, we had the power turned on in this building on the 3rd. We had the natural gas turned on the 10th. The 10th of December would have been the very first day that we worked here. A brother of ours had come over and worked side by side with me that day for about 5 hours. That was the window we were waiting for the gas man to show up. So we came over here dressed warm. And if you guys remember the original videos on the original walkthrough, you would have noticed that there was a lot of garbage, cardboard boxes, this sort of stuff. So we came in, broke all those boxes down, filled some trash bags, got all that stuff that doesn't belong in here out of here. We knocked down the cobwebs. We did a vacuuming through the whole place. And I got to say, it looked a great deal better in that moment, and at least got us to square one. And so we officially began to work on the place. It was from that point that we established some sort of a plan, and we began to work on it the following week, which would have been about the 15th or the 16th. And we knew we needed to come in, make a few repairs, do some painting, but we decided to do it like in stages. And stage one would have been the main entranceway, the sanctuary, including the stage, and the main bathroom, to just get those painted, cleaned, and repaired, and then to have stage two, which would be the boardroom, the office, and we have a second bathroom. It needs a little attention. But anyhow, so we split it up into those two different stages. We were moving along really, really well. We've got the place currently repainted. We began to accent some walls with pallet wood, as you can see behind me. And I'll give you a walkthrough tour here in just a moment. But we also did, there was some paneling in the church that was kind of damaged. Not only was it dated, but it was damaged. I could probably have dealt with the dated part of it, but the damaged part of it, not so much. And so we began to cover those paneling areas with the pallet board as a veneer. It's very affordable, and it has a nice appearance to it. So we've done that. We've painted the walls. We still have a bit more pallet board work to do, and that's kind of what I was working on at the point in time that the furnace went out. We built ourselves a sound booth. ready for whatever sound equipment there may be, laptop, that sort of stuff, as well as an area to hold for the cameraman and the tripod. And that looks good. So we've been pricing out some other things that we know we're going to need for ministry. It looks like we're going to need right around 100 chairs, and we would prefer a church pew chair rather than a pew because the chair is going to give us a little more versatility. We can move them around, break them down. We'd like to be able to have more functionability in this room rather than just what will be so limited for the pews. If we want to set up tables and have, classes or even potlucks or whatever we want to be able to have some versatility with it, and that's what the chairs will allow us to do. But we're looking like we need about 100 chairs. We need some sound equipment and some tech type stuff. And so we've been pricing this stuff out, and we're approaching $10,000 of a need for between the chairs and the sound equipment. The building materials we seem to be getting by on just barely, which is good. My labor, it doesn't cost a thing, so that's good also. It is looking good. We do have, after we get out of phase one, I think phase two will probably be about 4 to 6 weeks. We would save that other bathroom for last. There is some building materials that will be needed there, like cabinets and that sort of stuff. But again, nothing that would prevent us from being able to use the facility. Once phase one is done, we can begin to start using lightly the facility. Now, there's other stuff that has to be accomplished that is being worked on at the exact same time that wouldn't be seen in addition to this, the physical carpentry work that's going on here, and that is the establishing of a nonprofit. And so we are working on that. We have set up a DBA with the county. We are currently trying to get a 508 established, which will be the nonprofit. We have got an EIN number so we can begin to start up our banking. And then once the building is completed, and again, that's probably about 6 to 8 weeks out, once we have, begin moving forward again, we can begin to seek an insurance policy, which takes about 3 to 4 months to write. From what I understand, they want to do a walkthrough and take pictures and that sort of thing too. So part-time use in about 2 weeks once we get heat again. And then that would mean we would meet on Friday nights, we have a Bible study. That's what we currently are doing already, just out of our house, but we would begin using this facility here. And then I would guess about 6 weeks or so after that we would begin doing a midweek prayer and worship service on Wednesday nights. We will not start a full-blown Saturday service. We will be doing Saturday services, but we will not begin doing Saturday services until we have the building entirely done. That means outside too. There is some pressure washing, some cleaning type stuff that needs to be done. Some gardening, light gardening. It's nothing real serious. And then the insurance policy, that's the big thing. Once the insurance policy is written and issued, then we'll be able to start full-time use. And my hopes are, and it's all in God's plan and timing, it has nothing to do with me, but my hopes are that we're at that point by June. So we'll just see, Lord willing. Let's keep praying for that. And so before I go to take us on a little walkthrough tour and show you the place and the progress that's been done, I would just like to say that when we did our first initial video, when we stumbled onto this place, I made a statement that I didn't want to be one of those ministries that is constantly asking for money, and I mean that. And so I am asking for money, but I'm not asking for money. If that makes any kind of sense. If you see what we're doing here and you want to continue to support this mission, it is appreciated and it could be used. So we do have bills that are rolling in now, gas bills, building payments, tax bills have been coming in as well. And so, and then now we need a part for the furnace. I mean, so it could be used, it would be appreciated. However, if you're not in the spot to help, if things are tight for you, then I don't want you to worry about it. I'm not asking you to put yourself out there like that. If you go to another church and you're already tied there, again, I don't want you to concern yourself with this. I'm not asking for that. I'm just saying if you're feeling in your heart that you want to sow into this, it is welcomed and appreciated, and we thank you for that. We want to say too that we thank you for all the support that you've given us this far, the encouragement that's come from it. I mean, it really speaks. It speaks measures. It speaks very loudly, and we praise God for it, and we just appreciate it. So. Thank you for that. Continue to keep us in your prayers. That's also appreciated. And I just want to say, deep down from my heart, I thank you and I just pray for blessings upon you. Now, I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to give you a quick tour to see what the place has turned into. So, as you can already see, we've done this back wall here in the pallet board. And I think it's turned out really good. It's going to be a nice backdrop. And so you have to try to use your imagination with musical instruments up there. Of course, a big, rugged cross, that sort of a thing. Maybe even a pulpit in the middle. We did it at the front of the stage here as well, which you see, I think, looks really well. This railing, if you remember in the original video, continued all the way across the front. And so we took that off. It really opened it up. It's not a code violation or anything like that. We did save them. We are going to turn them into altars. So we will be able to have a pair of altars in the front here on each side of the step, which I think is going to be great. I intend on having the altars open all the time. As you can see, the walls and the trim have been painted. We've continued that veneer all the way through there. It's got like a wainscoting type thing going on there. That back corner door is the second bathroom that needs a little bit of work. Here is our sound booth that we've built, and I'll get a little closer so that you can see, the inside setup of that, how we set it up. But it's, I think, going to be pretty cool. So we've got some step ups there. We've got extra shelving and stuff there. It's high up, but we got a step to go up, put them up, and then we have another step to go up for the camera. We're trying to get the camera above everyone. This gives you the perspective from the sound booth. And so this is what they would look at. And so you have to imagine there's 100 seats that would go between here and there, plus, the altar space as well. So again, the painting is done in here, gray walls, black trim, and we continued this into the bathroom. The bathroom still needs a cleaning, but you can see that we've got the black baseboards, the gray walls, the white ceiling. It's really cleaned up and turned out nice. It's a great bathroom. And so let me take you quickly into the back. I'll show you, which if you don't remember, through that door right there, that is the boardroom. And that would actually be part of phase 2 of this project. And we have about 2 weeks out there to do before we can begin phase 2. But this would be the boardroom. And so our plans and the future is on that back wall right there. We want to have a small kitchenette. That's where the cabinetry would come in. We want to have a apartment size fridge, a small single sink, just something that you can rinse and fill out a coffee pot with, we'll have a microwave, shelf or something like that. Some upper and lower cabinets just between the door and the corner there. And this is going to be the boardroom. And so we'll probably have a TV mount down on the end there. We're hoping to be able to have pastor meetings once a month here from other pastors in the church. Just means to try to create some connectiveness in the church body in this area. That's the railings right there that we will be turning into a pews. Okay, or not pews, but into the altars. And so we'll probably have a reception desk over here where those pew chairs are. All right, and then this is our back door. So obviously we have some drywall repair, some paint to do in here and stuff still. And so as you go up the stairs, this is where the pastor's office is, the pastor's study. So I intend on doing a lot of reading and writing up here. We'll have bookshelves and such like that. But we've got some drywall repair. We have some painting. Probably we'll do some flooring up here. Some of you, it may look horrible, but I'll tell you, it's not as big of a deal as it may look. I am a builder, I am a contractor, and I have some skills and the know-how to do this stuff. And again, my labor is free. That back room over there, if you don't remember, is the mechanical room. That's where the furnace is. And so I'm going to spare you the tour of the mechanical room. So here, this gives you the angle of the stage. And so you can look down that wall, that pallet wall. You can see it's layered. We have some dimension to it. I think is beautiful. We painted everything else black. This gives you the view from the pulpit. All right, from the stage, you can see the sound booth down there, the entranceway, and the bathroom. So, I'd probably upgrade these lights eventually, but they serve their purpose for now. It's not an emergency. We're going to have to get things like exit lights put up just to meet fire code. Let me show you the entranceway. And the light has not come on. They're fluorescents and it's cold. It's 32 degrees in here. Oh, it's warmed up. It's 33. So I got a door that I'm going to build to cover up the panel. But you can see the pallet board. We did the pallet board out here too. It's covering some paneling. And we've done it kind of throughout the whole entranceway here. It's turned out very well. I wish the light was on, you'd be able to see better. Here's the other wall. We're going to have a coat rack in this corner. And then we also, right there, are going to have a welcome table. And plus, dry erase board up top, telling you what's going on, that sort of stuff. This is the old paneling. I've got the first board on at the bottom, but you can see the old paneling. That's what we've been covered up. And here, I'll take you outside so you can see we haven't done much out here. It's been winter. But you can see that we have, the pallets that we've been working with. Here's the scrap pile from it. So we have some cleanup to do yet. And the main thing that we've done out here, which I think is kind of cool, just to let people know, but we've put up the cross and we've put up the sign. Now that's not necessarily our ultimate sign. That's just kind of what I had, and I thought, you know what, I have it. Let's put it up there. Let's put a cross up there. Let's let people know what we are, what we're going to be. And it's been good. The neighbors, we've been communicating with them, and as they go by, we've been waving, they've been stopping, they've been asking about us and when we're going to open, and so they seem excited. I think there's going to be a few from the neighborhood that may join us, and so that's good. We want to be a service to them as well. But anyways, that is the update video. and you can see the progress we made. We still have a road ahead of us. We appreciate your support and encouragement, and keep us in your prayers. Bless you all. We love you guys, and we'll see you soon.